Hey guys, so how's it going? Let's do another market update. I haven't done one in a while. Last time I did was up here and I said it was going to go down. So yeah, I was right, but I thought that it was going to hold this support zone. But yeah, it was bad and we didn't. So yeah, not good, not good. Um, what did I just do? Okay, so let's look at the chart. Right now we are under the weekly SMA. Actually, we are above it, but we were under it. The market has been going in basically this whole thing was a triangle with where is it with the A B, but not this. Is it like this? I think so. Whatever. I'm not really good with triangles. I need to research them more. I've been looking at chart champions for that, and Daniel. He started speaking about this whole triangle structure when we were still over here. So yeah, insane. So we are now pumping. It seems that we broke through the triangle, but this right here, I'm not sure if this is going to hold. I'm not going to short it, but here's the thing: we got this Friday close, which we closed around 110.8k, and if we stay at these prices until tomorrow, this is going to open a gap from year to year. This whole thing will be a gap, and gaps, CME gaps, normally fill. So yeah, we'll have this whole gap to fill, and this is why I'm not really hopeful for this. Not shorting it, but it might be a fake out, and Monday, as soon as we open, we go back to fill the gap, and this whole thing might be considered a fake out, fake breakthrough, and yeah. So yeah, we'll probably have a CME gap to close, a big one actually. And gaps normally close. Now, a few things that I want to say. First of all, most trend lines from up here have already closed. Not closed, but we already broke through them. Now this is I think this is the last one. So if we do something like this and we retest and then go up, I'm looking at this zone right here to short. And why am I looking for shorts now? Look guys, here's the thing. I've been around in crypto for a while, and I remember perfectly the last all-time high, the last top, and in 2020 I think. And most people, when we were at the top, always expected more and more and more, and they started talking about fundamentals, and they started talking about this and that it was not going to go down, and it was going to go to 100k and 120k and 100 and 200 and 3 million, etc, etc. And sooner or later the buyers, because this whole thing is about supply and demand. And supply, yes, we got less supply in the market because people are holding. But demand, we might have less and less. Yes, if we don't find buyers appear and we find a lot of sellers appear, the price will go down. And the charts, you don't need fundamentals for that. You just need the charts. And right now, this is what the charts are telling me. Okay. First of all, let's go to the weekly. And this is an important one. This is an important one. Let me do reset. Okay, we've been going on an uptrend, uptrend. Let me put this thing up. Okay, first of all, I wish I could just. I still need to understand how this works. But basically, we've been going up, and the difference between the 50 and the 20 SMA on the weekly chart went from this whole thing. I'm not sure if you guys can see this to this. The SMAs are the blue and the yellow line. And now we are with this difference, which is much less. So the market is losing strength. The market is losing strength. You can even see it on the pumps. We had like a huge pump and then a much weaker pump and then a much weaker pump. Okay, we are losing strength. We are losing. Basically, people don't want to buy up here. Now, this difference right here between the 50 and the 20 MA. Okay, this difference reminds me of something, and I'm going to show you what. It's the exact same difference between the 50 and the 20 SMA on the weekly chart when we started the bear market in 2021. Yeah, 2021. And yeah, this shows that there is not a lot of strength in the market. Because yeah, we pumped, we had a huge difference, but then it tried to pump, but it wasn't enough for this difference between the two SMAs to really matter. Now, this is the first thing that I wanted to show you, is that we have been, yes, we've been going up, but with each increase, it is been losing strength, and we haven't find more and more and more buyers. We are actually finding fewer and fewer buyers and more sellers, and that normally sooner or later turns into a bear market. It's just a normal part of the process. I'm not saying that Bitcoin is going to fail and the whole market is going to fail. I don't believe that, but I do believe that Bitcoin is losing strength up here, and that we need to go to lower prices to find an equilibrium, and for people to find buyers. Basically, that's what we want. We want people to find buyers. We want the market to find buyers and people to hold, and all of that. Another other thing that I wanted to show you guys. Okay. Maybe this is better to show you on this one. No, not this one. Where is the Kraken one? I think the Kraken one has much less drawings. Yeah, the Kraken one has much less drawings, and it's easier for me to show you. Let me just put their side up here. Okay. Okay, so this was the bottom right here, and this is the RSI. We've been going up, and the peak of the demand was at 74. Okay, the peak of the RSI, the peak of the strength, the peak of the real. Okay, and after that we went lower, we corrected, and we tried to do it again, and yes, we went up, but with much less strength. This is a bear divergence. We made an higher high on the price, but we did a lower high on the RSI. And right now we did the exact same thing again. Look here. We went up, yes, but we did a lower high. Now, can this do something like this? Sure, we can still go higher, but this whole thing is bearish. This whole thing shows that the market is losing strength and that it's a really dangerous part of the market. Now, do you guys want to go for this last leg up? Go ahead, go ahead. Me personally, I'm not going. See, I've round tripped my gains. I didn't sell the top when I should have, and I went through all of this, and yeah, I'm not going to do it again. There are plenty of opportunities in the market, in all the markets, and there is no need to try to go for the last leg up, in my opinion. Because I do think that in 1 year we'll be lower than we are right now, and the peak is normally November, and we are reaching November, and I do not think that this right now is a good zone to. I don't want to go for this last leg. I have already exited my positions. I still got some altcoins because they have buy and burns like RLB. Um, I do still hold some ETH and Bitcoin, but I do think that if we go to 170k, I'm selling. And there are plenty of opportunities in the market, in the stock market, in even the crypto market. You can find yields, high yields that you can, with like 50% compound annual growth, and uh, I'll rather just wait it out and to find clarity in all of this, and if we are actually going to go bearish, than to be in the market for this last leg up and realize that it's not going to come, and then we start crashing down and I have to sell later. I This whole thing is bearish, and I don't want to be in the market right now. Basically, it's that I've already sold my positions. Can it be wrong? Yeah, sure, but so what? So what? I've already made plenty of money during this market. Um, so what's and another thing. This is not a game to see how much Bitcoin you can hold. Oh my god, I got so much Bitcoin. Yeah, and Bitcoin is going to go and Bitcoin is going down, and you say, "Oh, I'm buying more. I'm buying more." Guys, this is a game of capital preservation. The more capital you preserve, especially during downturns, the better you are going to be. Okay, this is not a game. Um, this is real money. Okay, this is real money, and this is really important. You can get out of the market and basically have years and years worth of money. So yeah, I'm just saying what I think. Now, this RSI, yeah, we can still do this for this last leg up, or maybe even this, and then actually turn bearish. And this might actually do a new high, sure, but I don't see it going past this next high. Yeah, we can still get a few more months to January, February, but I don't see it. It's not something that I want to be in the market for. So yeah, this whole thing is bearish. This might do this, but sooner or later it's going to go into oversold. But especially since people will realize that, oh my god, we are turning bearish and it's losing strength. And with each pump, like I said, each pump has been lower and lower and lower. What next? Is this going to do a pump like this? Is this what you guys really want? Oh, I need to be in the market for this little thing. Yeah, no. Screw that. So yeah, this will sooner or later go into oversold. This is where I want to buy. I don't want to buy any sooner. And if I don't get this, so be it. There are plenty of opportunities in the market that I can find and I can buy and hold. Instead of trying to go for this last thing up. Like I said, so we got the CME gap. So we need to close it next week. I mean, not next week. Not all CME caps close, but most of them do close. Most of them do close. So even if we are going up, oh, we went right up to this resistance. Even if we do get a daily close around here, this will probably, okay, this is all about probabilities, will probably still go to 100 and okay, 110. And this is already really overbought. Oh yeah, another thing that I wanted to show you, and this is a reason why I think that the market is has reached the top. Okay, guys, see, here's the thing. Let me go back to here. Okay, this was the top, which is was here, and the second top, which is was a little less, it was around this part. Okay, now let me show you something else. Okay, so we went up and it got into really overbought. Then we started going down, and this was the top. And look where we reached the top. We reached the top when the RSI reached 70. Right here, the RSI reached 70 and we turned into a bear market. Right here, the RSI reached 70 and we turned into a bear market. And not saying that it's going to happen, but right here we reached 70 and this whole thing might turn into a bear market. Price levels for the bear market, I'm thinking 60k, maybe 40k, not sure. I think this is way too bullish right now, and now I'm going to say fundamentals are really strong, so I don't see it going to do to 40k, 30k, but it can happen. But 60k is a good zone. Is a good zone. So yeah, this is why I'm bearish. Lower eyes on the RSI. We already went into overbought, so we need to go into oversold. The peaks are normally at 70 on the RSI, and we already reached that. We are not going to reach it again unless we break through this trend line, RSI trend line, and I'm not seeing that happen. Can happen, but I'm not seeing it happen. Okay, what else? Yeah, this is a long video, but I think it's important so that people realize why I got out of the market and why I think that we've reached either the top or really, really, really close to the top. And yeah, MACD. Normally, when we turn, when the MACD flips bearish, it's not a good sign. We did it here once. We did it here near the top, and we turned into a bear market. And we've already done it once, twice, and now it's the third time. So with all of this, I'm not seeing it flip back up and go higher, especially a lot higher. We're already up here in a zone that it's way too high. So yeah, the MACD is also not looking good, especially if we go to the monthly. We are really high, and this might just flip and we get months and months and months. Actually, wait. Months and months and months, because I do think that it's not going to go over this September, October next year. Oh, another thing that, wait, why? Gone, guys. Yeah. Another thing that I've been looking at is this ascending, I'm not sure what this is called. Ascending wedge? Not a wedge. Whatever. This is right now the trend line of support that we got. If we go lower than this, we turn into a real bear market. And we are in a megaphone structure, at least that's what it seems. So yeah, the price can do basically this and then start going go lower. Yes, we can still go up here to 140k and then start going lower. These are two zones that it might turn lower. I don't think we have enough gas in the RSI to reach up here or up here. I'm looking for basically this 170k for this to finally flip bearish. And this blue line that you guys got here, this is the same angle that the last bear market had from the top to the bottom. That's why I put it here. And so I am expecting it. This is actually a good thing. This is a good zone to go for shorts, not only because of the resistance, but also because of this trend line. Maybe we'll reach this in November, and if you reach this, I am thinking about shorting it, and I do think that we are going lower than this. These are the three zones that I'm looking for shorts. This zone, and this zone. I think that this and this is very unlikely, and this is, I will give it 50% likely. So yeah. And we don't want to force shorts. We want to see. I'm not just okay. Reach this point, short it. No, I need to see actual things on the charts that will make me entry. That will make me go into a short. Okay, so let me remove all the drawings. What else? What else? What else? Oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys something. Yeah. See, we were in an ascending wedge or whatever this whole structure is, and right now we are again in one. If we break down from it, it turns into a bear market. This is the bull market wedge basically, and this is the same thing. Maybe not this month, maybe not next month, but if we stay at this price as December, it goes out of it and we'll start a bear market. So let's wait and see. I think I think we are basically very near the bear market. I'm not saying this because I'm showing you guys the indicators that are telling me that we are near a bear market. I'm not doing it because oh it's October and the bear market starts normally in October or November and it lasts 1 year, and I'm not saying that. I'm showing you the actual indicators. Another indicator that I can show you is this one. Don't pay attention to this. This is from the other chart. It's this one right here. So yeah, this still has room to go, but the monthly and the weekly size don't have. Let me go for the monthly. The monthly. Yeah, this one doesn't have. This one doesn't have. And look, it can't do something like this, okay? It can't do something like this, and then we break through and we never go into this oversold territory. And if it breaks through this, I will consider opening a long again. But I might as well stay outside of the market to and pay attention to it. Okay, so yeah, I'm out. I'll wait and see. The next 2 months are really important. I don't see this going past late December because the RSI, if we stay at these prices or we go above, I'm not seeing this past December, maybe January or February. I don't see it. Yes, we are going to have an extended cycle, and I don't see as the bear market is not going to be as bad as the other ones, but I do think that will sooner or later turn into a bear market, or at least reaccumulation zone where we basically, instead of doing this, just do this. Okay, this one is like this, and this one will be something much more it still a bear market, but not as bad as the other bear markets, where we basically go down 70% and 80%. I mean, if we went down 70%, we'll basically be at 33k. I don't see us going there. I see us going into the 60k's max, and it's going to take months and months and months. So yeah, other things that I wanted to show you guys, the stock market. Um, First of all, the weekly is starting to be a little overbought, which is not good. But the market is really strong right now, and we just had good news from China and USA trade deals. So I don't see us going down, and I see us going basically in this channel. Something like this. So yeah, as long as we are not in this in the upper part of the channel, I'm a buyer. So yeah, let me just look at the MACD. The MACD, it hasn't crossed bearish. Let me look at the not the 3 month, the 1 month. Yeah, it's still not up here. Okay. We still have months and months of this, and it's funny that I just found out that the stock market also has like cycles like Bitcoin has. And it's also 4 year cycles, and I think what I've read is that it's because of the presidentials. The first year is not really good. The first year of a president, the stock market is normally not really good. The second year is also not really good because the first year it's where the companies are trying to see what taxes and all of that they have to pay. The second year is midterms, so it's also not really strong. But the third year and the fourth year are normally the ones with big returns, and that's basically 27, 28. Wait, 28, 29, I think. Yeah. So yeah, this might did I'll keep buying the stock market because I do think I'm not seeing a recession. I know a lot of people like to say recession, recession. They are just going to lower interest rates again and again and again and again. So yeah, a few things that I've been paying attention. IMS is, you guys remember when I said that this was a good buy zone? IMS is in a good buy zone. Or at least it's almost in a good buy zone. If we stay here like a few more, 1 month or two, yeah. And if it went down here, it will be a really great buy zone. We got earnings 3 November. So yeah, IMS is almost near a good buy zone. Uh, Wait, let me look at PayPal. I think it's like this. Yeah, I haven't seen PayPal. Yeah, we broke through, but then we went back in, which is not the best, but at least we got a better entry if we want to enter right now. Uh, so yeah, what else? What else? What else? Kitty fees, same thing. Um, yeah, let me look at Solana. Solana is in the Bison, by the way. So if you guys want, Solana is a good buy right now. This is an interesting market because Bitcoin is showing weakness, but altcoins, some of them are showing great weakness and others are showing strengths. This is a good zone to buy Solana, for example. Because, wait, let me just do this, and because this is basically the support trend line of the whole, since we've been above this trend line since 2022. So yeah, and if this breaks all-time high, it's going to pump a lot. But look, this is not certain, all right, because I've seen plenty of altcoins that did this and then they broke down from the trend line and they just went lower. So yeah, put a stop loss. If you guys want to go long or buy, don't marry your bags and put a stop loss down here somewhere. Okay? I'm not buying, but put a stop loss. Yeah. Risking 50%. Hopefully you guys won't get liquidated on a week. And yeah. If you guys want long-term Solana, this is a good zone to buy, in my opinion. It's a good strategy right now. It might not go up, but it's in a good zone to accumulate more. I can show you another chart that looks similar to this right here. This is where Solana will be, and look at what BNB did after. It pumped and did basically 100%. So yeah, see, this is where Solana will be. By the way, don't buy BNB because it's really far from the trend line, from the channel right now. It is a coin, that interesting coin with buys and burns, but yeah, be careful. What else? What else? What else? What else? So yeah, let's sum it up. I think I've already said most things. I'm out of crypto. I don't think that this has a lot of gas in the fuel tank. I don't think this is going to go much higher than this. It can go higher, by the way. It can go higher. I'm not saying, oh, we are going to crash. But I don't think it has a lot of fuel. Each pump has been lower and lower, and maybe 130k. But I don't want to be in for this small leg up. Especially when we might not get it. So yeah, not going to risk my money for one last leg up. I'm out of crypto. I'll wait and see if I get good news again or a huge pump or something. I might get back in. Yes, I'll buy back less coins, but so be it. Better that than to get crushed during a bear market. And if I don't get that, by the way, in 1 year I'll buy back. I'm still undecided. I might buy back the same amount of coins that I sold, and the rest is going to the stock market, basically the profits. Or I might back, and if I put it on the stock market, I feel like it's a lot safer. Yes, not I'm not going to get as many pumps, not as many yield or returns or ROI if you want, but it's safer. So yeah, buy back the same amount and put the rest in the stock market. That's option number one. Option number two, uh, buy back crypto and basically spend the next year just buying ETFs and buying stocks in the stock market. That's option number two. The third option, which is not an option, it's what if the market keeps pumping and I don't buy back in, and in 1 year, what in 1 year, and not only in 1 year, what I will do in this next year. What if we start pumping and then we don't stop, and I just become really pissed off that I sold? It can happen. It's the game, guys. It's the game. Uh, yeah, I can be. It pisses me off more that people just say, "Oh, you sold. You shouldn't have sold." Especially people that don't have anything in it. Uh, then it pisses me losing money, or losing, not losing money, but losing potential money in not being in pumps. You guys know, I don't know if I'm explaining it right. Basically, what pisses me off is people pissing me off or trying to piss me off or being know-it-alls than actually losing the pumps. I don't really care. If I don't get this pump, I'll get another one. It's just that. It's a game of capital preservation. But people that are know-it-alls and just like to piss other people off with their opinions and say, "Oh, you shouldn't have done this. Oh, I'm so smart," and that's what pisses me off. Just whatever. Um, yeah, option number three. Option number three. Imagine that I wait a year, the market didn't go down, it went up, and I didn't buy. Wait, let me just. And I didn't buy. I'm not going to buy up here, that will be insane. What I might do is save the money for 1 year, and next year, because I do live in Portugal and I got 365 days that I can't basically. Um, I don't have to pay taxes if I hold something, a coin, any coin, even stable coins, for longer than 365 days. 1 year, basically. So I will have to hold stable coins for 1 year. Um, so what I might do is that this money that I sold right here, I I'm thinking about putting in a stock market. I'm really bad at writing with this. Yeah, this is stock, by the way. This is so badly written. But meanwhile, in since I have 1 year that I can't basically take it out and put it in the stock market, I might put more money in crypto, in high yield options in DeFi, or not, or not. One of them that I've been looking at is BitOpX. BitOpX is not DeFi, but it has vaults, option vaults with high yield. Let me strategies. BitOpX, yeah, it has a vault with high yield options, which is like 7. Actually, compound annual growth is around 54. So yeah, this is an option. Um, and I'm literally saying I'm going to put money in the market. Not this money that I sold here. This is going to be safe for 1 year if I don't buy back in, and then I'll put it in the stock market. And meanwhile, I'm going to put more money in and put it in bit. I risk stuff, but since I've already got this money pretty much saved and secure, I want things that are I risk, I reward, and BitOpX is one of them. Copy trading. there is this copy trader which is at Shark, which has like annual 40% growth, and it's pretty stable actually. So it's a good. I'm even going to show you guys at Shark. Yeah, look at this growth. It's pretty stable. Yeah, it doesn't have like huge downturns, and I'm okay with this. Yes, we might lose for some time, but then it starts going up. So I'm okay with this. I'm totally okay with this. Um, so yeah, this is another thing. Pendle also has stable yield, really good stable yield, and yeah, I think these are the ones that I'm thinking about, which are like I risk, I reward, and going for above 30% APY. Since I already got this money pretty much safe and secure in stables, I might as well just put the new money in high yield strategies in crypto. I think that's the plan. I think that's the plan. Because yeah, I'm not buying right now stocks with this money, but I will. I will probably do it in 1 year if the market doesn't turn down. If the market turns down, I will think about it again in deep bear market, and yeah, I think those are the strategies. I'm still undecided. I'm still undecided. This needs to show me where it wants to go for me to actually make a plan. If it goes up, I need to rethink the plan. If it goes down, I need to rethink the plan. So yeah, basically the next 2 months, 3 months are important, and we'll see when you get there. Okay, I think that's it. I've already said plenty, and I've already explained to you guys what I just did. I basically sold my positions because of the RSI and because I'm not seeing another big pump coming. I do not think that we are going to banana zone. Yes, fundamentals are strong, but I don't see people buying Bitcoin up here. Maybe be Michael Saylor and other people like that, but I don't see it happening. And I've been here for long enough to know that fundamentals are all shown in the charts, and the charts are showing me a descending RSI with lower highs, and sooner or later lower highs will turn into a better market and going to oversold, and that's where I want to go look for a long, not as soon as we turn oversold. Normally it's a few months after, not when we get oversold, but a few 1 or 2 months after. Actually, this one was actually really good, but this one was not. I'm still buying a down year. It's not bad. It's not a bad position to be. So yeah, yeah. As soon as we touch the 30 RSI, it's a good place to buy. Yeah. So yeah, let's wait and see. Um, so we got to be patient, and that's basically it. I already said the good positions to short will be around. It's still going up here, and we are probably going to later today have a CME gap that we need to close. Remember that. Not that we have, but we'll probably close sooner or later. So yeah, if not today, and if this keeps going up, maybe this is a good short zone, and the market starts going down after this December. Yeah, yeah. Let's wait and see. Okay, guys. Big video. Sorry, but I had this is a trading vlog. All right, a trading slash investor vlog. Don't use it as trading advice or investor advice or all of that. This is just so that maybe in the future, in like 4 or 5 years, I can just go back and say, yeah, that was a good decision, or I'm such a moron. one of those one of those two things will happen. uh, one of those two things will happen, and don't really care. But at least I can go back and see why I did my decisions and why I wasn't such that they weren't just decisions that I made uh, for an absolutely no reason. The indicators were showing me something, and yeah, it, this is basically a vlog. Maybe one day I'll even do IRL vlogs if I ever decide to buy real estate and other things, because that's one thing that I really want to do. So yeah, this is the Bison. I already put it here, but don't pay real attention to it because basically this might not happen. We might just end up here, or we might not end up anywhere close to this. We might just keep bumping. Yeah, we'll see when we get there. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. You probably didn't watch until the end, of course, because this was really long. Sorry. And keep stacking, keep buying, keep investing. Remember the journey. The journey is really fun, and yeah, you might not make as much money as you want. You might even lose money, but at least to me, the journey is really important, and it's really fun. Honestly, I have a lot of fun investing and securing games and all of that. So yeah, bye.